All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 16-yard line. 180. Real. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Set. Look, 80. 44. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
On 1st down, McFarland. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Bowser shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Ready? 180. Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Keeps himself upright. Forced out to his left. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down. Ready? 180. Check. Yeah. Ready?
From the red zone now, Newton. And this is Cook with the grab. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Newton on third down. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. There to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert! Hey, alert! Check. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Point it right.
Now Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Slam. King. Watch out.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, dude. What's that? Hurry, hurry.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Check, 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 check. What's that?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Regular. Hey, Mike's 50. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, Mike 50. Real. Pick it up.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ben Gideon, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 16-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Gun. Check 24. 8.
Now Newton. Looking in end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Gideon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Cook able to escape. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll run on first down. Bowser. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bengals bring out their punter now. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
It's second and 8 at the 14-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
I got one. Run. Mike 5-9. Let's go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, watch the screen. King. Hey, Alpha. 59. Mike's 59. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, switch gears. Regular. Check. 59. Let's put that team on the bus. I got it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Gonna throw right side here, complete. 25 yards that time.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Newton to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about. Sex all day, baby. Go, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down.
Ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's got Rome. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Point it right.
Again they run with Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and
180. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Alert. 50, Mike's 50. Got. Hey, check. Mike 50. I'm coming.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield Got an open man. It's Ratley. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
36, 36. King. Check the crack. Slam. Shit.
They go play action. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Going for the deep ball, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
No. Hey, Aloy 33. Fresno. Run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield being chased out left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27. From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try the left side. Bowser. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
20.
Off play action. Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw for Newton. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kiki QT. 60 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Browns take over.
Let's go,
first and 10
let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Into the secondary again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Todd Gurley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Newton. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Newton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Set, 220. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Alert, 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 alert. You don't want it. Run.
They try right side here. Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Alert, alert, alert.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley, 58 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's set a tone.
To throw again, Newton. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Gurley. Got some room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Gurley again here on first down. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Watch the safety creep.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line. Today's final score, Browns.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.